I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a lie.
I had sheer panic. It was just really, really scary because
It's the unknown.
it's the unknown, isn't it? That sort of not only us but everybody else is like fighting against. People were just so ignorant to the fact that this is something that kills. It can take lives, which it has done. It's took a lot of lives. And it was just terrifying, wasn't it, Dana?
Yeah.
And in my mind and my husband's mind, it was like, God forbid, one of us got it, or one of the children got it, that if he had to go, that was it, we'd never see him again. I cannot understand why the government want such young children to go back into reception, year 1.
Right, sit this one and I'll get it for you.
Was it year 6?
Yeah, year 1, reception in year 6.
Yeah, how can you tell this little person that he's got to stay 2 metres away from everybody else?
Which foot? I do the right one.
Archie was offered a place, but he's got severe asthma and he's on a local trauma medication. And the letter we got from Carlton Hill.
It was a nice letter. It really was nice. It was down to my discretion whether I sent him and I would be fined, and which was quite nice. So I declined his place.
The 2 boys here, their places have been declined as well. To go back into nursery. It's like living in a nightmare.
I work in a hospital and I've been off from there, so I haven't seen any of my friends from work or any of my girls, like my girly patients. So it's hard. Like I do a diabetes clinic on a Friday, so I get quite intimate with the women, and it's so lovely. You see them in that setting, and then you see them through to having their baby, and it's like I take very much pride within my work. Like I love my job, and it's like not being there now. It's like it's hard. Like I have such a routine, and I don't do well with a change of routine, and this is massive.
Some days the kids are good, other days you want to pull your hair out. It's just all different, isn't it?
Yeah, I think in her own way, each one of us has had a meltdown. I've tried to stay as calm as possible because if I'm calm, the girls are pretty calm, and Alan, and we sort of shield my husband from certain aspects of what has gone on, because he just ends up crying the whole time. It's affected our mental health. We've had like a day whereby I've lost the plot. I've been like screaming and shouting at like the littlers, and it's the close proximity, isn't it, that we're all in, and every day is the same, and as we say, the only difference in our day is dinner. That's funny, dinner. That is the only one thing. What are we having for lunch today? What are we going to have for dinner today?
Should we get dressed today? Should we stand in pyjamas today?
Yeah. Normal things we've tried to maintain, haven't we? Amy's had a meltdown. Her mental health has gone through the roof. And it's just like, you know that this isn't going to change for a long, long time. You know, for us, it's terrifying because our lives are never ever going to go back to where they were before.
Can't see our nieces and nephews and you have grandchildren, can
Yeah, I've got my son and daughter-in-law, they live in London, and they're both frontline workers, and we have got another 2 granddaughters and our grandson that live up there, and we haven't seen them
since Christmas?
Yeah, since Christmas. But I worry for my daughter-in-law because she's a teacher and she's in with...
She's got a school that's got no PPE. Nothing, they've been provided nothing to keep them safe. And she works in quite a
rough area.
How many of you are living together?
7.
7, wow. 3 kids and 4 adults. Yeah.
We've got a green mat that sometimes we sit where you're standing, and they just sit there with their happy land, and But then it depends on what moods they're in, because they go from one day being really mischievous and you just want to,
Kill them.
and then other days you're like, oh, I love you, you've been so good. You've been so good.
It is harder with the children because they do not understand, and where they have been closed up for so long, as soon as this door's open,
They run.
they come out and they're down the stairs and then they run along there. You can see the effect that it's having on all three of them. Louis, that came out, he's developed a stutter, hasn't he? Which is, Louis is
My son.
Amy's son, and the stutter is quite bad. And yet, never ever stuttered before.
Well, nothing's ever going to be the same again.
I'm worried that I'm going to die. If I'm honest, I won't see my son grow up. Or my dad.
I think it just takes a few years for normality to come back. A lot of trust and that with the government. It's going to take a lot of trust and time building.
It's never going to be, I think, how normal was normal. I don't think, in all honesty, we can say that we will one day go back to normality, because
What is normality now?
what is normal? Yeah, what is it now? For us personally, this is our normal.
What's for dinner today?
Yeah, what is for dinner today?